Hi, hello all. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Very
Good
good
morning.
morning.
Morning. So, how are you all? How is going on?
So far, so good.
Good. Okay, so let us start. Yesterday we started SQL concept group by. It is pending there. Okay. So we just introduced what is group by. Okay. After this, let us see another resource which we are going to create in Azure. That is SQL Server. Especially why we are creating now itself, because many people, it is very familiar that in each batch, some of the students may not have personal laptops or may unable to install in their personal laptops or local company laptop. For them, if you want, they want to practice in online, okay? So in the Azure account, they can create it actually. So after this group by discussion, we will try to see that, okay? So that's what planned for today. So now let us try to start. So if you want quick brief what we discussed yesterday. So the group by clause as name implies. Okay. So there is a name called groups. You are grouping something actually. So basing on some common property. Simply in data wise, the hello. So always try to mute yourself, okay? So that we will not miss the flow actually. The flow is matter, okay? So give importance for that. Uh, just so group by is actually as name implies, okay? In data domain, if you take group is nothing but what actually whoever have same value under that particular column, those records are going to form one group. Those records, entire record is going to form one group. So that's what here you can see under DEPT number, if you put a group by, you can see all same color. Entire record is going to be there in that group actually. That's what in 10th department, you can see the yellow color rows, three are there actually. Okay. So in the 20th department, red color, five records are there. Like that 30th department, six records are there. So that's what it is forming logical groups in the background actually. So once the groups are formed, as example also told, uh, this in a class grade wise if you divide them, so A grade is one side, B grade is one side. Now what you want to do with those grades, those groups actually, so that's what in the select clause you are telling that. So in the select clause I want in each grade how many students are there I want. That is one aggregation you can perform on that group actually. So group wise you are telling some aggregate value, that is maybe count, that may be summing some value, that may be finding average or min and max. These are the frequently used aggregate functions. Very, very important actually. Okay. So many insights are there. We are going to see that. So this is the query which we are going to write down in this manner actually. Okay. So now the values correspondingly like this. So now let us see this practically. Okay. So let me share you the SQL Server SSMS. Yeah, come here. Now here if you see, let us try to take the new query and we have the table EMP. Let it come. Yeah. So select star from EMP. Let us see the entire data first of all. So see here, you will get the clarity maybe today. This database we need to change. If you are completely new, no worries, you will understand that. Just after this concept, we will see. So now you can see total 14 records are there in this table. That's what this query is returning the data. Okay. Now, as we discussed, so the query is like this. For example, I am asking you. tell me department wise number of employees. So what is here? Department wise number of employees means in each department. That means department wise you need to group first of all. So that's what, from which table you need to tell, from EMP table. Then what, basing on what you need to perform group. So that's what the keyword group by, then tell the column name. So in this EMP table, on the DEPT column, you want to perform the group by. That's all. So whoever have same value, all of them are going to form one group. So group is formed, DEPT number. Then what you want from this group? We want to find out number of records in each group. Nothing but number of employees in each department actually, because you grouped basing on department number. So that's all. And give the alias name. So department wise number of employees. So give some relevant. So now you can see department wise number of employees. So count is coming. So like that, other things also you can apply. So sum of salaries, department wise total salaries you want to find out. So department wise total sal. So like that, minimum salary you can, if you want to find out. So min of sal. Okay. So department wise minimum sal. So have a look all of them together. So this is what. So this is the very first thing. Have a look. So hope this part is clear and straightforward. Okay. Now you can see. Now you can see next part in this. So I am writing select DEPT number. Sorry, from EMP. So group is performing by DEPT number only. Okay, done. So now here DEPT number. Okay. Then we are finding any aggregate value. So I'm maximum salary department wise I am finding. Department wise max sal. So if I run this, you are going to get the output. So you can see 10th department 500, 5,000 maximum salary, 20th department 3,000, like that you are getting actually. For example, in this, if I remove DEPT number, then I am running this. Is it going to execute or not? Come on, your side, you have to answer.
No, sir, error will be occur.
Okay. Any other answer? Is it going to execute or not?
No, I don't think so.
It will get error.
Okay. So always question is small or big. Don't bother. Basing on your understanding, try to reflect on that. That is always practice. Error. Okay.
Won't give error, I think. Come up with
Okay. So sometimes questions are asking to understand where we are actually, most of us. Okay. So simple. I removed DEPT number. Okay. That's all. There is no big difference. You guys are telling that it is going to throw error actually. Inside in the background, it is logically already prepared the groups. On each group, it is just preparing the aggregation value, maximum salary in department wise. So whether you display the department number or not, it is going to execute actually. This is not error. Okay. So the column which is exist in the group by, it need not exist in the select clause. That's what the main important thing. Okay, so the column which is existing in the group by, it need not exist in the select clause actually. So that's what the difference between this and this. So whether department number exists in the select clause or not, The query syntactically, semantically, it is correct. There is no problem at all. So, what you can conclude? Columns which exist in group by clause need not exist in select clause actually. Try to understand, very simple thing only. Okay, so but the thing is what? I am going to run both the queries. You can see with the department number, without a department number quickly. Which one is better actually? With, without.
With
First one or second one?
first one.
So you can see by seeing this 3000, are you able to tell that this 3000 belongs to which particular department? Maximum salary. We don't have clarity, right? So always recommended is, that's what in PySpark you will get automatically, but in SQL you have to explicitly mention. Recommended always in the group by clause, whatever columns are there, try to maintain in the select clause. So that like this you have the clarity. Now, a 30th department maximum salary 2850 I can tell. Here, how you will tell basing on the data? No. So that's what the summary is, the columns which are exist in the group by may or may not exist in the select clause. Okay? May or may not exist in the select clause. Come on. Now same thing, let us try to see similar kind of query I am going to paste here. Come on. This is what salary, fine. I am going to take another column job. Okay. So you can see, see, for example, you can see job, I removed it. There is a red color underline. What does it mean? There is a syntactic error. Because in the select clause, the last column is this one. So for the last column, you don't need to maintain the comma. That's what syntactically wrong. That's why red color underline there means there is some syntax error. Now I am writing job. So you can see there is no red color underline. So come on. What is going to happen for this query?
Error.
Is it going to throw error or it is going to give some output?
It will throw error.
Okay.
What?
Error or not? That's all. Everyone.
No.
Okay.
No.
No error, you mean, right?
Sure. No error.
Okay. So now this time mixed answers. So that's great. Yeah, you can see now. You can see. If I execute, what will happen? So you see, what is the reason for this? Let me take one more thing. Okay. Let me take one more thing. And two times I taken same query without job and only job. Have a look. See the difference? This is with a job column with aggregated with aggregation and remaining two, these two queries. Okay, group by I'm excluding group by here. Okay, so this part I am just running. Observe that this part is returning three records. First query is returning three records. Second query, only job when you mention it is returning 14 records. So now when you come to this query where job is included, what is happening actually? When you perform groups, three groups formed. So three aggregate values, max salaries, three values you will come. So these two columns returning three values only, three records only. But a job is returning 14 records. And you cannot mix both of them because it will generate invalid data. So this is error actually. Meaning wise, semantically, it is error. There is no meaning if you map both. And that's what aggregate functions are returning few values, job is returning more values or less, but you cannot map them. It is generate invalid data and no meaning for that data actually. That is why it is error. That is why error wise how you can tell in the SQL is columns wise it is going to tell. Which column you can place inside the select clause. Job column is there, salary column is there, DEPT number column is there inside the select. So who can exist? Whoever exists in the group by, that can exist in the select clause, or any other column can exist inside the aggregate function. That's all. But a job is not part of group by, is not part of aggregate function. That is what job column, it is not contained either in the aggregate function like salary or not in the group by class like DEPT number. So syntactic error wise this you can say. Meaningfully it is generating invalid data actually if you map also. And the number of records wise also there is no match. But more than that you cannot map both of the data since it is generating invalid. So basing on this, what is the summary you can write down now? Columns exist in the select clause. Columns exist in select clause. Earlier we written columns exist in group by. Now in the select clause should be part of either aggregate function in select or what else actually? Group by clause. Did you understand? This is really matter. In interviews, simply people will give you the query like this. You no need to have the data also for this query. They will ask you what is the output, it will written very confidently people will ask. Logically to test you how much good you are. So then you should not simply tell that okay department wise it will return maximum salary and job value. No. Job you have to identify as a not part of aggregate, not part of group by. So you have to sell it is a going to throw a error actually. So hope this part is meaningfully clear. Any confusion?
Yeah, I have a quick question. So in this query, if you put an aggregate function with the job, let's say for example, I do max or min for the job,
Yeah,
will
sorry,
it still be,
sorry. Come again.
so with this with the job column, if I put an aggregated function like a max or min, will it work?
Yeah, if you give max or if it is part of, for example, you see, job is actually a string column. Okay, so let us see job data. So job is a string data. So let us try to see here itself here. So if I take a min of job, that means what? Alphabetically, whoever is minimum. That's what we discussed, right? So analyst is the A, starting with A. So now you can see job is part of aggregate function. Now you can see whether it is going to throw error. Yes, is it going to throw error or not? Now, basing on our
Yes.
discussion.
Yes, it will throw error.
Not true.
It is not going to throw error. Okay,
Aggregate function.
because it is part of aggregate function. Earlier, it is not part of aggregate function. That's what you have to understand. In the entire record of each group, on any column, you can apply aggregation basing on its data type correspondingly. That's what aggregate functions we discussed. Got the point? Hello?
Here, how we will get only 3 records, and in job
Because
column,
total groups are 3 only. Under department number column, you have 10, 20, 30. These 3 only repeated 14 times. For total 14 employees are there, and in our organization 3 departments are there. All 14 distributed to these 3 departments. That's why 3 groups formed. So in each department, maximum salary 5,000. In each department, okay, alphabetically starting job is clerk. So like this we have. Did you got the point here? Suppose alphabetically in each department, who is the e name? Actually, whoever is coming first alphabetically. So that's what Clark, Adams, Allen. Okay. So this is really matter, very, very important. Okay. So which one you have to keep in the select clause is really matter. Yeah. So overall, you should understand these 2 points. That summary is really matter. Hope it is clear. Any confusion before going to see next part?
No, sir, clear.
Okay, always feel free. That is no worries. If you have anything, definitely I will repeat. Come on. Next, let us see. You have to answer this part also more. So let us try to take the data in front of us always to write a query. Okay. So come on, this is the 14 records we have. Okay. So what I am just doing, observe that and try to answer it. So the very first thing is what? Whether it is going to throw error or not, you have to tell. So group by, I am doing department number and I am writing another column also here, job. Then department number, then job, and suppose sum of sal, whatever aggregate value, suppose ABC. Okay, so let it be. Now tell me syntactically, semantically, whether it is right or wrong.
Right.
Sir.
Right.
It's right.
Okay. Suppose if I take this query, this is department wise. Department is what, let it be. Then job wise also let us try to take individually. Same query only we took, but in this query department wise groups are performing. In this query job wise groups are performing. So clerk, analyst, all of them coming into one group. So you see departments are 3, total job roles are 5. In each job role maximum salary, in each department maximum salary we have it actually. So here job wise we have to take. Yeah, come on, this is the query first of all. Individually when you group them, department and job. Now we kept both of them at one place in the group by. Have a look. Understand the difference. Okay. Individual column wise groups. 2 columns you taken in the group by class. Come on. How many number of records it may return?
5.
5.
5. Okay. Any other answer?
Maybe 3.
Hmm?
Uh,
Huh?
I think it will.
3. I just saying 3.
9.
People are not thinking logically.
Think it will get error.
Oh, that's great. Let us see. Come on, any other answer? Quickly.
I don't know if it should throw error because we are doing with the summary we just did. We have the group by either aggregated or either the column is in there. So this should
So no
not
error
throw an
simply,
error.
right?
No error. No error.
Okay, number of records wise, I am waiting for a correct answer. That means already whatever you told, it's wrong. You have to tell that we don't
3
know.
records.
8.
We have to tell that we don't know. Okay? Okay. Come
No.
on, I am going to execute this because you don't know really. Don't strictly, that's why I displayed the outputs to make you confused, but you should not confuse. Okay. Here 3, here 5, why you are thinking in this? Leave this part when you are combine them actually. So come on, you can see the output. Under department number column, repetition is there. How it is possible? Under job column, repetition is there. How it is possible? Come on, what is your understanding in this output? This is correct 100%. Now at least tell me, what is the logic behind this? Group by every common value going to form one group. That's what the basic discussion of the group by. I told you when you are discussing distinct also. These insights ultimately matter. Everyone knows what is simple meaning. Okay.
It creates a combination.
That's what exactly I'm expecting. You see that 10 is repeated 3 times, 30 repeated, 20 repeated, but here clerk is repeated, manager is repeated. But you can see the 20 analyst. That combination, that's what we told. Group by is nothing but whatever columns are there, whoever have same value. So let us take for simple understanding count. Count star if you take, you see there are you can see 30 salesmen same value, that combination actually, like in the distinct also same thing discussion, that combination. So 30 salesmen, 4 times 4 records are there actually, whoever have same value, nothing but that combination now going to treat as a group. So it is simply like same gender, group wise, gender and grade. That means what? A grade male students, A grade A grade girl students, A grade male, A grade female, B grade male, B grade female. That's what actually simple. Okay, in a classroom, if you want to perform not just based on the grade, you want to make the groups based on grade and gender. So now two things you have to combine, then automatically how natural you are doing, same thing you think here. No need to explain, right? Make the groups basing on their grade and gender. So automatically you will tell that all A grade and male come this side, A grade and female go that side, like that you will divide. That's what exactly going to happen. How many columns are there in the group by? All of them combination going to take as one group. Then how many records have same combination forming one group? If you ask group some total count number of records, it will return. If you ask max min, correspondingly it will return. That is what group by. Simple. Any confusion on top of this? No? This is really matter. Okay? So hope that is what a group by with multiple columns. Hope that is clear. You can see min, max, all aggregate values. And if you see further, suppose if I take even MGR also, multiple managers are there, right? And let us take MGR also. Now let us see how many columns you are going to get. If I run this, group basing on 3 columns, whoever have same value under these 3 columns, all of them forming one group. Have a look. So of course you see for all salesmen one manager only. And very importantly here you see 20 clerk. And let me take the same query. You can see if you have any still confusion. Let us without MGR here, let us see. Comma. Let us run both of them. Okay. First query with MGR, without MGR. Second query with MGR. Let us run this. Have a look. 20 clerk. 2 employees are there. total number of employees. So 20 clerk common value, 2 records have same thing. But the same 20 clerk if you take, their managers are different now. So when you expand one more column, then 20 clerk, repetition is there. But third one is not same. So that is separate group. Now by taking one extra parameter, then people are further dividing actually. So that's what actually simple. Okay. So in case of 20 clerk, you can observe that here 2 records are there who have same value 20 clerk. But 20 clerk along with that manager is different for them. So 1 each actually. So that is what actually group by. Nothing is there. This is the maximum depth. You take any big query, the number of records, number of columns, number of tables, when you discuss it joins, it may increase, but the concept is same. So we don't bother always number of records wise, number of columns wise. What you need the columns, you will keep it. That's all. So that is mechanical work, but this is logical work. How it is working, you have to understand. So any confusion in group by class before going to see next? Yeah. So, okay. Come on. Next, let us see. Having class we will see tomorrow because we have to discuss next one. It will not complete within time. Yeah. So now let us see, very important. Even some of you asked yesterday also. So you can see, now let us see some common hierarchy actually, structure wise. Suppose if you take a SQL server, okay, if you take a SQL server and that may be a Azure or may not Azure. Normal SQL server which you installed in a laptop or cloud SQL server, whatever it is same. And not only SQL server, any database technology, maybe MySQL or maybe Oracle, anywhere. Okay. So under the SQL server, in general, you are going to have actually a database. Okay. So you can have multiple databases. That is what another thing. So you can have multiple databases actually. So like this, it will continue. Then under one database, you are going to have actually a tables which are going to hold the data. You are going to have stored procedures where you are going to write the logics. You are going to have functions, system defined, user defined. You are going to have views, logical tables. You are going to have indexes for quick search. So like that, you are going to have multiple things actually. So under one table section, you are going to have multiple tables, table 1, table 2, table 3. So like this. Stored procedure. So you are going to have stored procedure 1, stored procedure 2. So like this. Like this under every one, you are going to have multiple things you are going to create in this database. So that is what first thing. Then we are all these things you can cause. It is simply like everyone is human. So under SQL Server, everyone is object. You can call sometimes database as an object, table as object, stored procedure as object. So simply database objects you can say. That's what. So everyone is human. One is principal, one is faculty, one is HOD, one is student, one is peon, like that. That's all. So that is what simple discussion. Then on top of this, we are going to have a schema concept. Okay. So in your database, okay, you might be dealing different sections of work actually. So you might have a sales related data. So sales related tables will be there. Sales related stored procedures will be there. Sales related indexes will be there. Sales related functions will be there. So you want to know which are related to sales objects. sales related concept, which objects are related. So some of them some tables sales related, some stored procedures sales related, like that. So that's what to differentiate related to which particular concept, schema concept is going to be there. We will see that also practical. So that is what database, if you take any server structure like this, will be there. Now when you come to our discussion, okay, this Azure SQL Server. So you can log into this Azure SQL Server. You need to authenticate, right? Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, here my pen tablet is not responding. Okay. I guess slide is not responding. Just 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Yeah. So let us. So I just reopened. So you can see. So what we discussed is simply Azure SQL Server. Okay. Whatever I discussed, let us quickly recap the same thing. Database 1, database 2. So like that we are going to have. We are going to have a tables. We are going to have a views. So different database objects are there. So this part, hope it is clear. Now on top of this, when it comes to especially Azure SQL Server, any server, first of all, you need to authenticate actually. Okay, so you need to authenticate. Then, especially in this case, many ways you can authenticate, but mandatorily we should know 2 ways you are going to authenticate. One is you can create the username and password, which is very normal thing. So username and password you are creating so that you can access it actually. And another thing is by using Enter ID also you can access it. Enter ID is nothing but what? Come on. Enter ID is nothing but what?
Active Directory account.
Yeah. So that is what your username and password. By using that also you can log into this SQL Server. So in this overall discussion, what now we are going to do is, one is you have to create the SQL Server. So we are going to create SQL Server. So just a server is created, then we have to create the database, SQL database. Then this is not just enough. You need to do something in the firewall settings. So let us try to do firewall settings. Sometimes in your real time also, if it is medium type of project, you need to take care of this. Then on top of this, let us try to connect this one with your SSMS actually. Whoever have already in your laptop. So this is your laptop. In this you install the SSMS. And this is your cloud account. Somewhere it is there. There you created your SQL server. That's what Azure SQL Server. Try to map it where you are. So a person can write the scripts here and you can run it from the browser, or whoever do not be unable to install, they can practice that way, or whoever have in the SSMS in your local laptop, that you can connect to this. So one is browser, nothing is installed in your laptop, but you are able to practice. Or if you installed SQL Server and SSMS, then this database also you can configure to SSMS. That is what 4 steps let us try to complete now. Okay. So let us go to the portal. So let me share the screen. So as I told you, don't be hurry to create the account, Azure account. Let us try to create only on Monday after the class. Okay.
ये 7 to 8, 8 to 9 करको.
So I will see 1 or 2 times. If your continuous disturbances will be there, I will mute actually. So when I enable, you can ask that out. So please try to always ensure your side also you muted your mic. So next part, yeah. Because the thing is, the flow we will miss. I will give the highest priority for that. Okay. Don't take another way. So now we are going to create the SQL server. The very first step is SQL server. So come here. So you can search with the SQL server in the search bar. Have a look. So SQL servers. Okay. So if you take just SQL, have a look. SQL databases, SQL servers. Both of them icon is same. There is a little difference to the server. So that means there is some setting symbol is there. So let us see. So I already have 2 SQL servers. It is not recommended 2 SQL servers. I have to delete this. Okay. Billing wise, okay. I guess though there is no database. Okay, I will show you. No worries. Yeah. Okay, leave this part. You will master this. So you can see I have 2 SQL servers. So especially your billing related, when you go for pay as you go, some of you already going to take that only. In the database, please try to careful, not the server, not in the server side billing wise. Database, if you created, you should be careful. We will get that familiar. So now let us try to create the server actually, SQL server. Click on this create. So come here. As usually, what is your subscription? What is your resource group? So for us, the resource group is what actually we created, May 25M, the hierarchy try to follow. Then the server name. Whatever server name you are giving, that should be unique throughout the Azure, not just in your account. So that's what EFN May 25M Dev SQL Server. So your name should be available actually. That's what you can see the suggestion. Not just under your account, throughout the Azure. Then select the region correspondingly. Okay. Then come down. Whatever we discussed here, 2 types of authentications. Whatever you want, you can select, or you can take the both. Have a look. Either Enter ID or only SQL authentication. If it is only SQL authentication, then you have to create the username and password. You can take both also. That's all. Enter ID anyhow you have already. So you have to take the username and password. Let us take both. So I am taking EFN admin and a password, whatever you want, you can keep it. Then similarly, reconfirm the password. That's all. Now, very important step here is for any server, there should be an admin actually who is going to take care. Now, in our case, in your company, you are going to see all the employees' IDs actually. So now in our case, you can search with your email ID, whatever your account ID is there. So that you can make it as a admin. That's all. So that's all in the server side. Nothing is there while creating the server. Name, mainly username, password, then setting the admin. Then remaining things leave it. Much more discussion is there in the database side. So just click on create. So with this, what is going to happen? SQL Server is going to create. Come on, tell me. Come on, tell me what is the meaning of deployment is in progress? What is the meaning of that?
It's creating
Creating a resource.
What does it mean?
Like, it is deploying your SQL Server
Where?
in the
in
cloud.
Azure,
In
the
Azure.
cloud.
Cloud is nothing but that also will exist physically, right? So
Yes.
you have to understand one simple thing that when you give order to the catering people, the example which we are discussing. So suppose you given one dish. So in the catering area, physically they have to cook. So like that, the SQL Server, how you installed in your laptop, same manner as a layman discussion, that is going to install the region you mentioned. There it is going to install and getting ready for you actually. So that's what deployment is in progress. So physically it is going to exist somewhere. So go to the resource. So this is what the home page. As I told you, overview for every resource you can see that. So the basic information you can get from here. So that is what actually SQL Server. Now let us try to create the database. So come to the database. Same manner, let us try to search from here. You can create from here also directly. Let us try to see everything so that easy part anyhow you can do. So SQL servers done. SQL databases now. Click on that. So you should be very much careful in this area. I have only one database. If you observe that. So till now we created blob and some resources, ADFs, everything. If I show you, even ADFs, data factories, if you see data factories, okay, how many databases we have, you can observe. See, this many databases I created for different purposes. But SQL database, you can see only one. So billing wise, you should be very careful at this place. Then one database, how you can manage. So that's what, click on create. So you should be very careful. Luckily, it is showing for me, though I have a one database. But you can see, want to try Azure SQL database for free? Of course, right? Create a free serverless database with the first 10,000 vCore seconds, 32 GB data. So simply you apply offer. So you try to adopt this option so that happily you can work on the SQL database. That's all. So let it be that part. I will come back to this, very, very important in your real time. Now let us try to see the options. So your database, your resource group. So our resource group is May 25M. Then what is the database name? So whatever database name you want to give, you can give. And how many servers are there? All of them it is listing down. Under which database, under which server you want to create this? That's what here discussion. Under which server you want this database. So this is what just now we created, right? That is. Now this is when to use elastic pool and all this, keep it default. So there is another concept, elastic pool, okay? SQL elastic pool. So deployment, let it be. Then computation, come here. Now here you see this is what. So what it is telling, basing on the current configuration of your database. Databases not like the data factories actually, because capacity is going to vary actually, storage wise it is going to vary actually, because one client, one tenant may have very less data, one tenant may have huge amount of data. So basing on the client database, you have to select the plans and you have to increase or decrease the capacity of your database and computation power, processing power. So that's what compute plus storage, you have a choice of selection. So this is where it is going to help you actually is, in general, in any project in the initial phase, you have to give the estimations actually. So estimation means for him, suppose for data engineering project, you are creating a data factory, you are creating a database, blob storage, Databricks, like that, different resources you are creating. So client may ask you that per month billing, how much may come. So that time that is one of the task actually. You as a data engineer, you should be in a position to tell that if you go for so and so configuration for the database, this much billing may happen. That you should tell actually. Okay. So that's what here you can see. If you go to the configure database, multiple options are there. You can choose any one. See here, week course, all these things. Basing on your situation, no need to bother too much. You can take the help, but you should know that there is a option like this. So you can see, you can change the tire. If it is free trial, I guess this and this is going to disable if your account is free trial. Okay. Anyhow, you are able to see that. So just by changing another plan, see the pricing is changing. Just by changing the configuration, see the price is going to change. So number of course, especially this one. So especially if you go to the business plan, so price is like this. And you can change these things, min and max. Okay. So that is what pricing wise, what is the configuration, basing on that price is going to vary actually. Okay. So that's what this you should have an idea. Just go through it. That's more than enough. You should know where to identify billing part, estimation. You should have an idea actually. So that's all actually. Then you just apply the offer. So you see your billing became 0. And that too, I guess it is for 1 year actually. Free per month for lifetime of the subscription. Okay, let it be, but for me it given that time 1 year. Yeah. Now come to the additional settings, remaining things as it is. Come here actually, use existing data. So none option by default is coming. That means you are going to get the empty database. Or you can have sample database. So Adventure LT is one of the famous database where you are going to have some set of tables, stored procedures. By default, you will get it. So let us have this database in our database actually. Okay. So click OK. Done. So this is going to enable sometimes backup. Suppose if you have already some database backup that you can up actually to this database. So that's all. Review. If everything is okay, enabling create, click on that. So what is the very important thing when you are creating SQL database? Come on. What is the very important thing you should be take care?
Storage.
So you should be careful with the billing part, especially. One of the student in the last year, I guess in the November batch, 1,30,000 happened billing. He forgot actually, he created database, he forgot 5-6 days. So you should be careful. But no
Without
worries,
having any
actually.
data in the database,
Hello?
it will charge. Still, it charge.
Sorry?
So you have created. Let's say I have created a database. Okay, but I don't have any data inside it.
Yeah, it will charge. This is what this is not earlier actually. In 2023, even in the 2024 starting months, you just if you create a database, if you don't use it, billing is zero only. I
Okay.
because I am observing from last 2.5 year, but last 2024 March I guess onwards, billing is going to happen by default even if you just create a database. Okay. So in my billing also last month for last batch evening batch when I create and I forgot for 6-7 hours after creation like this only. So billing is happen around 150 rupees. Okay. But the first thing is precaution. So you should avoid first of all. Suppose billing unnecessarily happen, maybe if you forgot 1 day, 2 days, whatever billing is happen unnecessarily, no need to panic. You can reach out to the customer care. They will definitely waive it off. No doubt. So because our reason is genuine, we didn't use it, we just created, they will remove it actually. So that is what happened to that 1,30,000 one student. And one time one student 80,000 changed something. So 20,000, 5,000, 10,000 like that many, it may happen by mistake, but it's okay actually. Ultimately no worries, but prevention is much better. Okay. So take the free offer, no worries, you can if you leave it also. So you can see my other database which you seen April 2024 I created. Still I am using same. Okay, so I will show you that. Let it come. Yeah, anyhow, so this is the way you are creating the database. Now very important thing, firewall. So here if you see first of all, here you can practice your queries, query editor. Okay, so when you come first time, when you created the database first time, it is going to show you this error if you come to the query editor. Have a look. What is this one here? Something you just connection was denied since any public network access is set to S. That's all. So click on okay, one more window we need. So here I have another database. See this database. That means this server when I created, have a look. This is April 24 server. Under that this database from that time onwards it is there actually. So no worries. Billing wise I am not nobody going to pay unnecessarily, right? So for me no billing actually. Okay. So likewise you take that offer, you no need to worry. Now come to this point, public DNI access. So when you come here, things are very simple if you do 1 or 2 times. So you see you are in the same place, but in this window you are in the query editor. In this window we are in the overview. So come to the set server firewall. So click on this. By default you are going to see with the disable option, public network access. So select this. That's all. When you select this, you are trying to allow so and so systems to access this server actually. So by giving this the enable option and by saving this, let it save. Now come here. Now if I try, now this time come here. Give the password both the ways. And you see both the ways we discussed, right? SQL Server and Entra. Now if I click on this, the error is changed. Even if you try here also, error is changed. So try to understand this part. What does it mean? So nothing is there here actually. Nothing is there. So here what is actually happening is in the cloud, so this is your SQL Server, Azure SQL Server. Okay. And this is your laptop, like my laptop where I am working. So what is going to happen? So you are trying to log in, right? You given username and password correctly. This is from your laptop. This request is going from your laptop. So when it is going request from here to here, username and password you are sending actually, username and password. Okay. So that is what main authentication, but it is not going to allow. Though you are telling that username and password of the SQL Server correctly, it is not allowing. So that is not enough to access the database. You need your IP address also. So that IP address should be listed down inside this accessing list of the SQL Server. So inside SQL Server, the device IP address also should be there, or network IP address, simply not device, you can say that IP address should be listed down in this data SQL Server actually. So when you come with your name also should be there. Just telling I am so and so, that is not enough. So you should be there inside the list. So that is what this IP address you have to configure in this SQL Server firewall rules. That is what here we are trying to see. Have a look. So this network, in your case, suppose in your company, if you take this company going to have so and so IP network. So who are all giving the request from this network to this database are going to access if this IP address is listed in this. Network wise in your company, that's what range people are going to mention. Individual system, the only one IP address. So that's what both you can observe here. Come down, you can add this IP address. So that's what here, whatever is there. Copy this IP address. Let us do it manually. Even you can do that from here also. If you click on this IP address rule is going to add here automatically. Now you are unable to see anything. So let us try to add manually. So whatever SQL says, give some relevant name. Then the IP address which you taken, paste it. In our case, only one IP address. In the company, it is range of IP addresses. In this range, anybody given the request, it is going to allow to access actually. But in our case, since it is single system, 50. Click OK. So this is what the rule. Even if you click this one, rule is going to add. You can see both of them same. So that's all. And this option, let us face the problem somewhere, then enable this. We will come back that time. So that you will aware of, okay, for what reason it is. By reading also you can understand. Save it. So with that, that's all. Even if I click here also, it will add their rule actually. So you can test that. Now either here or here, if you click, it is going to log in. Have a look. So this is what the place. So with that, this is done. Firewall settings. Then you are able to access. Have a look if you open the tables. These are all the different tables. Come on, you can see the data. Select a star from here. You can write the queries. You can take the new queries like new windows in the SSMS and multiple queries you can write down here. Select a star from sales LT address if I take or customer, whatever you want. Click on this run. Then you can see the data here. So this is where you can practice online. Okay, and if you want EMP table, you paste that script which I shown you earlier, then have the EMP DEPT tables, then start working whatever we discussed the last 2 days. That's all. So this is what in the cloud side directly working. Let us try to configure in your real time. You have like this the SQL Server and database in the cloud. But this is not the place to work actually. This is not comfortable for us. So from the SSMS, we want to access that database actually. So Avanda, come to this Object Explorer, click on this. So you are connecting to some server actually. So that's what, click on this so that this pop-up window came. Here server name you have to provide. Come here, how you will get the server name. Go to the overview. Then here you can see server name, whatever we given. So such a way uniquely you are going to identify your server from anywhere actually. By having these details, you can connect to my database actually. So that's what your server name paste it. Come here, authentication related if you observe, Windows authentication. Yes, it is going to work out. Your laptop username password, whatever you are using for login. SQL authentication, username and password. Microsoft Entra password, that's what your Azure account username password, and like that different other stuff actually. And in your real time, most of the cases we are going to have Entra MFA actually. This is the only one we are going to have. Though all of them you are able to see, you have to adapt this. What is MFA command?
Multi-factor authentication.
Yeah, what does it mean?
Multi-factor authentication.
Multiple level of authentication.
So you see, you give the username and password. So simply when you are log into the bank account actually, you will give username and password. Then after that, that is the first factor for your authentication. First level. Then it will send the OTP to your mobile actually. That is second actually. So multiple factors you are taking for authentication in your real time actually. When you onboarded to the project, so the admin person to that project, that means for that database SQL server, he is going to configure your mobile number actually, so that whenever you are login, you are going not just the username password, OTP also going to come. In our case, let us try to use the SQL server authentication. So that means whatever we created there, right? So this is EFN admin. Then the password is this one. Okay. That's all. So click on connect. Let us see is it going to happen or not. So you see another server. This is my local laptop SQL server and this is cloud server. Whatever we created there, have a look. So the sales LT, adventure LT tables. Now don't get confused actually here. One more thing. Don't get confused here. The server is same always. This is the Azure SQL Server. Okay, Azure SQL Server. This is your laptop. Okay. Then from the browser, from the Chrome, in one of the tab, you logged in actually. That is what query editor I am taking. That's what query editor, if you remember. This is what the query editor. Okay. And another thing is what? Your SSMS in the same laptop. So both of them trying to log in. That's what you just now I did. The browser is in my laptop only. SSMS is also in my laptop. So what scripts you are writing, or simply even from some other system, whoever logged in, whatever scripts they are writing, either in the SSMS or in the Chrome query editor, those will reflect here. Okay. So that's what actually, let us try to take the EMP DEPT script. Okay. Let us try to take from online. So EMP table, anyhow we don't have, right? Let us try to take. So till DEPT, take it, copy. So EMP table I am creating it here. So DEPT I am removing. I am running this table. EMP table not there. Have a look. Okay, all tables are this only. Run this. It is done successfully. Refresh it. So EMP table there. That is going to reflect here because it is from same, right? So refresh. Here refresh. You can see the EMP. Have a look EMP. Here now you can see. Here you can see under this server to which database you want to connect. Multiple databases with chances is there, right? So select your corresponding database. That's what whenever I am discussing here, multiple databases are there. So under one server, multiple databases might be there. So here DEPT script let us run. Then that is going to reflect because all of them pointing to same position. So here first you can observe DEPT. DEPT table. Then if you refresh here also, that is what meaning wise both of them pointing to centrally at one place. So DEPT table. So that is what I'm trying to tell. So wherever you do the changes from any system, all of them pointing to same position. So it will reflection also same manner. So that is what the SQL Server creation, database creation, the necessary configurations, then connecting to the SSMS. In your real time, they will give the details. You have to connect to the SSMS always because this is much more flexible to work. Okay. So hope it is clear. That's what planned for today. Little delayed. Yeah. Any doubts, any confusions? So that's all for today. Yeah. Hello.
After completing this task, do we need to delete that server or we need to keep
No. We are
operating
not
files?
going. Definitely, we are not going to create. No doubts. But you should be aware. So there is an admin team.
Hmm.
So they are going to take care whatever is required for our project. But you should be aware of these small things. Okay.
No, in
Uh,
Azure we have created a DB, right? So it will take some cost-wise. How we can handle that one?
Yeah, that's what you have to take the offer. I shown you right while creating database. There is an option called apply offer option. Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
By selecting that, you no need to worry. You can cross check after 2-3 days. You can see in the billing it is 0. So I myself I'm telling that from last 1 year I'm using same database. So my billing is 0. That's why apply offer option.
Okay.
Okay.
It's available for all the new users. That
Hmm?
offer.
Sorry.
That offer is available for all users, or
Yeah, all new users it is available, not for me. I already taken one for one database. Earlier it is last month for evening batch it didn't show that for me. Okay.
okay,
So now it is showing actually. Okay.
okay,
So for you definitely it will show you. And that too anyhow you if you are in free trial, you no need to worry. Even if you take paid subscription also, it is definitely it will show you that is no doubts. Okay.
okay. Thank you.
Achitya, you said that I installed the SQL Server and the SSMS, but I'm unable to connect them to each other.
That's what I
So
shown you here.
yeah, so should I go? I mean, I can't even find it in my programs. Like, I mean, it's showing me all the like like a SQL Server import and all that, but I don't even know which one exactly it is.
So simply you just follow what we discussed. If any difficulty is there, just ping in WhatsApp. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Whoever, yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay. Whoever taken permission, please try to complete your enrollment today. Okay. So let us meet tomorrow. Use the same link for tomorrow also. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Yeah.